You're tuned in to Inside Lowell. Inside Lowell podcast brought to you in part by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. Unicare, offering a variety of plans for people insured under the GIC. At Unicare, your health is their top priority. Repertory 73, Lowell's #1 cannabis shop. Elevate your cannabis experience at Repertory 73. Hafner's, heating and cooling homes and businesses for nearly a century. Become a part of the Hafner's family. It kicks. Boston North Company, offering a wide variety of business solutions to help restaurant and retail clients save money. Boston North. And by Mahoney Oil Company, providing warmth and protection to families in Greater Lowell and Southern New Hampshire since 1925. That's Mahoney Oil. And now, time for another Inside Lowell podcast. Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home. Hi, and welcome to Chamber Chat here in the beautiful Inside Lowell studios. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce. Yes, I am wearing a Santa hat. It is not quite Thanksgiving yet, so I'll have both seasons going. But there's a reason for this hat. The reason is that I have two of the actors here from the Merrimack Repertory Theater's A Christmas Carol that is coming pretty soon, November 29th.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Didn't mean to startle you with that. I have Karen MacDonald here, who's playing Scrooge, and Chris Thorn, who is playing Bob Cratchit. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're great.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
I'm so happy to have you both. We had a lovely conversation off air, and so I said, let's stop and let's actually talk so that everybody else can hear what we're talking about.
That's good.
Sure.
So you're back for the second year.
I am, yeah. Last year was my first time playing Mr. Scrooge and my first time doing Christmas Carol.
Oh my goodness.
As well. So, yeah, so I'm giving
You
it
had
another
so much
shot.
fun that you came back.
I did.
And you've never been in a Christmas Carol
I've never
before.
been in a
Oh my
Christmas Carol.
goodness.
I've seen it many times. Yeah, this is my first time.
Well, that is so exciting. One thing that I love about this is that you have kids. Let's talk
We
a little
do.
bit
We
about
have
that.
10, well, there's 10 kids, alternating the cast of,
Yeah.
it's with a cast of 5 in each show. And I
All
think
from Lowell, right?
they're all either from Lowell or might be a few from Tewksbury or
Yeah,
Chelmsford,
yeah.
but basically they are locally based children. Yeah. And this year they range in age from 8 to 13, I think.
Wow.
That's
That
what
is so, what an opportunity for these
Yeah.
like youth to.
It's an amazing opportunity for us. I feel like this great.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
my favorite thing about it is like I feel this like sense of responsibility to them, sort of to give them the experience of,
Yeah.
of whatever the joy is or the thing. Not that you don't. It's just it heightens it a little bit. You're like, oh, it's important to take care of the
like
play
mentor.
for them.
Yeah. And it's also a great opportunity for them to learn, for those that might think that maybe they're interested in continuing this idea of theater, that it's fun, but it's hard and it's work. So Courtney Sale, our fantastic director and adapter of
And
the
artistic.
play.
Yes, I
And
love
and
that. it said
artistic
adapted and
director.
directed,
We
yeah.
can there's many titles for Courtney. Fabulous, I think, is the best. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to watch her with the kids because I think she from the very beginning wants to invest in them, those feelings of this is important and we're going to be telling a story every night. And it's about, treating every audience like, ooh, maybe they don't know the show, they've never seen it. It's going to be exciting. But they have a lot of responsibility and they have a lot of costume, little changes and adjustments. And they're on stage almost as much as
Yeah,
we
it's
are.
no joke. They're not. They're not
Wow.
like extras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are essential.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the storytelling and
That's
sort of the vibe.
So they're narrators. They perform all of the tasks that we all do. That you're narrating the story, you're singing a Christmas song, you're switching and suddenly becoming part of the Cratchit family, or maybe you're, a little caroler out. So they have as much responsibility, I would say, to get their track
Yeah.
together and to have fun. And
Incredible.
they've got 5 grown-up actors who are like, no, we forget our lines too,
Yeah.
and we don't remember where we're going, and we're all doing this together. We're not different from you. We're all actors in this play, no matter how old or young we are. That's what we're doing.
It's
So
incredible.
Which really starts from Courtney, because like I feel like that never felt like a thing we had to try to do. Courtney just kind of creates a room where things make sense. She's the best.
I mean, think about these kids. They're going to school full time too. I mean, that's
what I love to say to them. Wow, we have tomorrow off for a while. You have to go to school. And they're like, yeah, we do.
Yeah,
see?
so funny.
So
what's the rehearsal like for you versus the kids?
We rehearse, the adults usually rehearse for 3 hours just with the grown-ups. Then we have a break and the kids arrive, and then we rehearse 3 hours with them. And they are called, they're called all the time. So you do, and the casts are the red cast and the green cast. So you do a scene with the red cast, and then you'll pause for a minute, and then the green cast goes up. So their responsibility too is to, watch and see if something is new, right? And write down their blocking. They have to learn parts in the Christmas carols that they sing in the show. So, and then Saturdays and Sundays, when most kids would have off, they were working all day.
I'm thinking of signing my kids up for next year, all 3 of them. So I can have Saturday to myself.
Well, 12 to 6.
It's great.
Saturdays and Sundays.
12 to 6. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, what an opportunity for these kids.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and they seem to enjoy it. They really, and it also, with a play where it involves so many children.
Yeah.
And it's a Christmas story. It also, hey, let's be honest, we got moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins. It's something they can invite all of their family to, so that it can become something kind of special of the season for the family of each one of those kids.
Yeah, it's the second year it's run in Lowell recently. I know years ago it used to run. So hopefully it becomes more a tradition in Lowell too, which would be great. And some of the kids are back from last year.
Yeah.
Yep, there's 4 of them back. A couple, and we have, even last year there was we had a brother and a sister in the cast. This year we have 2 sisters in the cast, and then we also have 2 cousins.
Are they
Rogan
in fact
and
cousins?
Ellie are cousins, I think. So so they're in the show
That
as
is
well.
so great.
So, so they get to hang out with each other and do stuff, and they're fun.
Yeah, I think it's great too that like there's something, because so many people from the Lowell community are involved in making the play. Then you come and there's something great about seeing yourself and your own community represented on a stage. So that, as we said, like the theater is yours. This is the theater that Courtney's making is for the people of Lowell. And I don't know. I feel like that has like a gathering effect. Like it,
absolutely,
right? Like, it kind of builds. If you think of the place of the Merrimack Repertory Place Theater as like a place that you go to see yourself.
Yeah.
And it kind of becomes a part of your life in a different way than just like, we.
And also, I have to say, and he'll be like, don't talk about me because he's so modest, but our house manager, John Dyson.
Oh, he's great.
This guy is apparently amazing.
He's incredible. Excited. So I always feel like, and people will say it to me. I remember my nieces came to see it last year, grown up young women, but they were like, the man, he's so nice. And he knew that we were coming, and he was so kind to us. And he's so he gets into it so much. I mean, the theater is decorated, and Santa hats like yours abound, and
he remembers like people's drink orders, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's so I always feel that from the minute you walk into the MRT, and this is not just Christmas Carol, that the first person you meet, besides the box office folk, who are also amazing, is you meet John Dyson in his lobby, holding court at his bar, giving you things to drink and eat and enjoy. And so it makes the whole experience like it's something fun to go to. Like people will show up early because, we're going to, have some hot cocoa or,
Don't they do a bunch of stuff too? Is it like a pizza night? Or is there, I don't know if there was for Gaslight. I don't know.
Yes, that happens. There's usually, I'm not positive about Christmas Carol.
Right.
But usually the second preview that we do, it's kind of like a, get the community from Lowell come
Lowell
and see our
night.
show.
Yeah.
The Lowell night. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so there's pizza and beer, and it's just ways to make the theater be keep it part of the community.
Yeah, and let people know it's accessible to everybody.
Yes. Please.
So
And I mean,
important.
we're in the building, part of the building where everything is happening.
Yeah.
The LMA is pretty busy.
Yes.
In one of the Sundays when we have a show, we will be listening to the Boston Pops upstairs.
So there's a theater that we're in, and there's other performance spaces in the same.
It's
Memorial
the large performance space is the Memorial Auditorium.
Hall? Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people it holds.
I mean,
A lot.
thousands. I don't know the exact number.
All
but
inside of Memorial Hall. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But it's fun because they've got Christmas things going
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah. That's
And a lot
happening
of times
building.
it's like, yeah, great. It's just a building like filled with Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I love it, and that
Yeah.
just the feeling that you get when you walk in that building. I love that building.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll hear them.
I love it.
They'll arrive. And we all are on the same floor with dressing rooms,
Yeah.
separated
Oh,
by a curtain.
right.
But, it's just to give a little privacy.
Yeah.
But, they're there warming up and practicing
Nice.
and, then going up on stage and thrilling audiences up there.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're thrilling audiences on our stage
Yeah,
too.
that's
So,
great.
yeah, it's fun.
And so have you ever been to Lowell before, or is this your first?
I was telling Karen, I think we would have gone on a field trip here to
Oh
the,
my
to the
gosh,
mills
the
when I
mills,
was
yes.
in, like, I think we would have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I drive by. 495 is how
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
home to
yeah.
Maine. I don't know if I said that too. I'm from South Berwick, Maine, so I'm familiar with the area, but I don't think I haven't spent this much time here.
Well, Christmas in Lowell. So
Oh.
next Saturday is the City of Lights parade. So they have a big parade, and at the end they light up City Hall, and it's so festive. And just walking downtown during that time, it's like you feel like you're in a Hallmark movie. Just everything lit up and festive, and
And I believe whichever cast of children
yeah.
is not working
Oh, they're going to
or
be in the parade.
performing,
Awesome.
they will be walking in the parade
That's
with
great.
their families. They had a great time last
Oh, it was so
year.
fun. So I
Yeah.
MC the parade with Teddy, who is the owner of Inside Lowell. So
Okay.
last year, Ryan Rourke, whose daughter
Yeah.
Shayla's in the play, and he's texting me, all right, give a shout out to all. So I said all their names, and Maggie's mom's texting me, and she's like, Maggie was so excited.
Yeah, they
they're
really
so
they got
cute,
into
yeah.
it. So it also gives them the cast that's not performing doesn't have to feel like, oh, we're not doing the show. Hey, we get to walk on the parade.
Yes,
So,
yeah, it's so cool.
yeah, it's fun. And like the Western Ave Studios too, with their Christmas market thing that goes on, and
Yeah, their holiday.
it's just
market.
there's lots
Oh,
to
there's
do.
tons of great stuff to do. Yeah,
That's
it's a
great.
great time of year.
Exciting.
Uh,
I like Christmas in New England.
Yeah, me too.
I know, it's like the only time I'm happy to see the snow. Other than that, I'm like, I can
Oh, I
tow
see.
you.
I
but-
don't care for snow, and yeah, I know we all get tired of it
Yeah.
eventually.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like, please stop.
Yes,
But there is something wonderful about that Christmas time when
it
it's
is like magical.
chilly and snowy, and the church right next door to the
Yeah.
MRT
Oh yeah,
and
the
the
Immaculate's
LMA.
beautiful.
They're
Yeah,
beautiful, and their services and singing there. I mean, it's like
Right.
it really is. It's a wonderful town. It's a really interesting place.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I've enjoyed it so far.
I'm happy to have you here. Is there anything else about the Christmas Carol that you want to talk about? What's your favorite part about being in a Christmas Carol?
I can embarrass Karen.
Okay.
Karen is one of my favorite actors, and I've known Karen's work since I was in college, and my favorite part is watching Karen
Oh,
Oh.
shucks.
say this
very
role
nice.
because it's really funny, and it's really true, and it's inventive, and it's kind of like
Thank you.
it's a gosh darn pleasure.
Oh, that is
be
so
in
nice. Well, I have to say, when I had Kristen and Tom on to talk about Gaslight, I said, oh, you guys should come on for Christmas Carol. They're like, you have to meet Karen, like right away. So I'm like, all right.
Well, I mean, it was fun when Courtney spoke to me about playing Scrooge last year because, we started a conversation. I thought, oh, maybe I'm going to play one of the ghosts or,
Yeah.
whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she said, no, I have a different idea. And she said, I would like you to play Scrooge. And And I said, oh, like Scrooge or like Mrs. Scrooge? Because I know that there are productions where a woman is playing that part and maybe they make the choice to let her be a woman. And Courtney said, oh, no, Scrooge. And I have to say, that is what's so delightful about it, is just because why not? You know, it's a character. I remember last year there was a gentleman, I don't know his name, but I hope he's listening or watching.
Me too.
Who came up after the show to tell me that he had been concerned when he looked at his program and saw that a woman was playing Scrooge. He was very polite about it, but it was a very honest observation.
Like, this is so concerning.
And I said, well, that's interesting. And he said, yeah, because, you know, Scrooge is a male character. And I said, yeah, and so? Mm-hmm. He said, well, but I forgot about it after a couple of minutes. And I was like, well, then I'm happy because, you know, basically I'm an actor. Scrooge is a character. Right. I don't care what gender Scrooge is. You know, Shakespeare started all that stuff. People want to think, you know, Juliet. Well, the first Juliet was a boy. Wasn't a girl. It was never a girl.
I did not know that.
You know, they did not allow women on the stage. So that tradition of women playing men or men playing women, or, you know, like it has to work both ways, I think. So.
Well, also, if the fundamental faith of a play, right, is that if I felt this way, then maybe you have felt it too, right? That's what we sort of share with one another. And so when it's a great role, then so much of human experience is inside of it. And like this play is mostly about redemption. It's about the possibility that if we've been not our best selves, that we can become our better, we can become our better selves. Yeah. And so what better way to express that than just having it be about humanity?
Yeah.
As opposed to something.
Yeah. So it, you know, it's just like I've played pants roles before, you know, Shakespeare, where there's a woman who dresses as a man, which when you think about it, originally for Shakespeare was a man pretending to be a woman who then dresses as a man. It gets very like confusing, but this one, it's just straight ahead. I mean, you know, I look like I am in Dickensian London, and I'm just like a man. Yeah. So
it's made the whole time I've been thinking about all the other ones I want you to do. I want you to do Lear. I want you to do Lear. I'm actually working on that.
You're never playing a woman again.
I want you to do Toby Belch. I mean, there's like you should do them all.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, and you know, maybe we're at this moment right now, collectively and culturally, where it's just about what are the stories we want to hear, what are the stories we want to see, and let us open our minds to who can be in those. Well, why shouldn't anyone be in those stories? Why does it matter? And in our show, there are little girls playing little boys, so I am not alone. I mean, it's like Courtney, I think, very much reinforced that with, we're just a group of people telling you a story, and we hope you like it.
That's great.
But one thing that's really fun is they made this cutout, this life-size cutout from a photo last year but they made a cutout of Mr. Scrooge, and they're taking him all over Lowell. So you have to find out what the schedule is.
I will.
The Bah Humbug Tour. The tour.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I want in on this some way, somehow.
We should bring you over here. I'll figure that out.
Yeah. And he was,
we should have it on stage with us when we're doing the City of Lights parade.
There you go.
Oh, definitely. Mr. Scrooge's cutout went to the mayor's office yesterday.
Awesome.
And the mayor was very kind and took Mr. Scrooge all over.
Oh yeah, that is totally Mayor Chow.
I was there were pictures. Courtney shared some images like in the chamber and of course with him. So, yes, listeners, keep your eyes open. Mr. Scrooge can pop up anywhere. He might be drinking coffee at Dunkies or, you know, having dinner somewhere.
So fun. Oh my gosh.
You know, in line at the CVS. You know, I mean, you never know.
You know, I mean, Scrooge is just like the rest of us.
Yes,
errands to run, places to go, people to see.
Yeah.
He's got stuff to do.
Yeah. But I think, I don't know if there's a special, I think Courtney said it would be on the Facebook page of the City of Lowell. So you can look and see.
That is so fun. Well,
yeah,
we'll have to get our hands on that at some point and have some fun with it.
Yeah.
So the play is running from the November 29th through Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
I know.
Wow.
2 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and then you can, if it's my family, you can make the pageant afterwards. And, at your
nice.
whatever.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, the show it runs about 90 minutes and it does not have an intermission.
Oh, that's nice.
So people come early, stock up on all those good treats you want to have that John Dyson's going to give you, and then enjoy the show.
And there's singing and dancing. And,
That's right. We got dancing and singing.
Great. Oh, what a great way to get you in the holiday spirit.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, we'll post all the information when we post this about how you can purchase tickets. But I would suggest purchase your tickets soon.
Yes.
You want to get the show you want and good seats and bring your friends and family.
Yeah.
Great way to celebrate the holidays. This was so much fun.
Thanks so much for having
Thank
me.
you for inviting us.
I have a feeling you're going to be back to Lowell at some point. This isn't
Oh,
your
okay. I hope
first,
so. I'm glad to be with friends.
your only play.
Well, that's
So I'm
nice.
sure. And hopefully I'll see you again
just
too.
his first play here.
Just your
First
first.
Yes.
And you'll be back next year for a Christmas Carol. I'm already putting that out
All right.
there, but maybe sooner as well. And you're always welcome here. So
Thank
Great.
you.
this was
Thank
really,
you.
really fun.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.
And thank you all for tuning into this edition of Chamber Chat here in the beautiful Inside Lowell Studios. We'll be back again soon. Who knows what I'll be wearing?